2 changes. Ericsson comes in, Martial comes in, actually 3, and Dalot comes in. We knew about the others. But bring around from United stand, obviously they don't have much to do with it, like intro on this video or anything like that. So I'm just going to say these players need to turn up today. They need to show me that they want to play for this shirt here. This is a must-win game, and these players need to show the fans that are in here today that they want to be here. As simple as that. We will get a reaction, I'm sure, but my God, we cannot afford to not get a win in this game. The atmosphere is going to be diabolical. Oh well, forget about what I said just a minute ago then. That is what you call a nightmare of a start to a football game. I mean, Jesus Christ. Nottingham Forest have had 2 shots, 2 attempts on goal. They both came in the first 2 minutes and were 2-0 down. Talk about them taking their chance after United making a mistake, forcing United into a mistake. I expected that later on in the game. I didn't expect us to give them a 2-goal lead. Oh my God. Anyway, response was decent. We got the goal back, and you think, can we go forward? We missed a couple of opportunities. We've been poor in the final ball. Decision making has been dreadful again going forward. As always, Mohamed Zakov, he just looks like an headless chicken when he gets into the box. I don't know what to do. Casemiro should have scored that one. He came in fast, but you've got to put that in the back of the net. Bruno, stand out so far. He's pushing things and forcing things. And the most disappointing thing out of everything today is we've actually been forced into playing the way we should be playing every single week because we've gone 2-0 down. Rashford, weak. Martial, weak. Anthony's got some bite. He's tracking back. He's getting stuck in. He's put more miles in than anyone on the pitch, I think, today so far. Again, just that end product. But 20 times better than what Rashford and Martial have done so far. You need players that are going to be up for a fight. They're going to chase the ball down and put your head on the line. Put your head on the block. Put your foot into a tackle. It's too easy to defend against when the defenders know that you are weak-minded. That's what Rashford and Martial are. It's not working. The passing for them to work needs to be sharper. We need space. We need to take the game away from that type of game from Forest. We've not got that in us at the moment. So you have to put your foot in. You have to do a bit more work. Not getting enough from Rashford at all. I mean, to be honest, there's players on the bench there I bring on for Rashford. He's been swapped over to the right hand side because he gave no look. Great assist, great moment, but moments are not good enough anymore. We need to be controlling the game and dictating the pace. We've literally had 70% possession. They've got 2 goals. We've got 70% possession and we've got 1 goal. And it was a good goal, yes, but it shows you where our problems are at the moment. We've got no control over the game, and literally the only reason why the tempo is up at the moment is because our hand has been forced. Tactics are out of the window completely now, and now you need characters. Can Martial show me something in the second half and prove me wrong? Because at the moment they don't look like they're up for the fight, and that's where the game is breaking down for us. The game is there for us to come back. It could have been a lot worse than what it was, I know, but we need to be so much better than that. It is embarrassing. I don't know what else to say. I'm shell-shocked at the moment, like everyone else here in Old Trafford. It's absolutely crazy. The good, the bad and the ugly of Manchester United in one game. It's that here inside Old Trafford, it is the city, and I think that is a big part of what today was all about here against Nottingham Forest. But yes, this is important, but I do want to go on about what actually happened in that game there then, because my God, that was like the last 3 seasons all rolled into one game. It was just the good of Ten Hag that was last season, mixed in with the chaoticness which was Ralph Rangnick, and then the inconsistencies and sheer, what we call like bottle jobbness of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. All 3 of the last managers were in that game there then, and it was ridiculous. I mean, the fact that we gave Forest a 2-goal lead in the first 2 minutes is the first point. I mean, that on its own is just ridiculous for Manchester United here at Old Trafford. But then again, Old Trafford is what brought us back here today. Luckily, the fans stuck behind the players early doors in this game. It could have so badly gone the other way. With everything that is on this game, and the importance of what is going on right now with the Glazers and things like that, and the fans and the stance they're taking here in the sitting, the way that game was going, it could have easily gone poisonous. It wasn't, it didn't. Fans got behind the players and now they're doing their bit, making their voices heard here in Old Trafford. And just making sure that everybody knows, yes, no matter how well we're doing on the pitch, what matters is what happens off it, and the club, the owners, are out of this. The club acts on it, moves forward and gets behind Ten Hag, because we are suffering. We're suffering on the pitch. There's still no cohesion on that pitch there today. It's a win, and I said we'd take a win against Forest. It was going to be a tough game. I called out a 1 year, and Jesus Christ, did he prove me bleeding right early doors in this game. One misheader from Wan-Bissaka, Rashford bottles it, and a 1 year runs the whole length of the pitch, double dummies, and Arna puts him on his arse and just makes us look like absolute clowns. If that can't get any worse, Bowley just stands there and the ball hits him in the face from a free kick that didn't need to be given by Diogo Dallo, and it just trickles into the corner, and you're thinking, what is going on? And you actually are thinking the worst. We was on the cusp of absolute disaster, and this fan base going into absolute meltdown mode. And like you could see like the end, it felt like the end. It felt like Forest fans like singing Ten Hag getting sacked in the morning. You could feel the unrest within the fans. We needed to act. I mean, the response was good, but we were absolutely forced into action by that poor start. That first 2 minutes made United play the way we should play when it's 0-0 from the get-go. That should be our tempo and our pace. I've just seen tweets going out there from the media box saying players collapsed on their arses when that final whistle went. 103, 104 minutes. That is mental. And the game is going crazy. Absolutely crazy. You've got to look at it and go, something has to change in that. It was ridiculous how much minutes were added on. I see it was the same in the Arsenal game as well. In the end, you've got to look at this as a football point of view. It's a result that just keeps our head above water. We're literally just clinging on. Arsenal drew today at home to Fulham. Didn't see that coming. It's going to be a crazy season. You know what? Sometimes results are more important than performance. I think this was always going to be the case today. This team can get better, and we've seen spells today. 70 minutes worth of this game. United were by far the better team. We were better than Forest when they had 11 men. We just popped it up when he went down to 10 men. Thank God Bruno had the composure to do what he does from the spot. I thought Bruno's our better player today. He played like a captain. Mistakes galore, I know, but it was his ambition and his drive that got this team forward. Casemiro back to somewhat of his best. Ericsson made a difference in that midfield big time. Ericsson was superb in parts, even though, again, he's another lightweight, and when the going got tough, he sort of shirked a few tackles. So for me, midfield's a little bit better, still nowhere near where we need to be, and obviously the test will come next week against Arsenal. Can we do what Fulham did? Can we stand up to Arsenal on their own backyard? It's going to be a nightmare of a game. All I'm thankful for is we've got Old Trafford. Fortress Old Trafford is keeping this team afloat at the moment and keeping us relevant in this league. I don't fancy us away from home against anyone. That's how bad it is at the moment. But here at Old Trafford, we've always got a chance. We literally need to win every single game at home this season, I feel, to make that top four right now the way we're playing. We would. Again, 0 goal difference after 3 games. It's like last season all over. Thankfully today we got more than 1 goal. We came from behind. We should be jumping to the ceiling. We should be bursting the rooftops here with a 3-2 win, having come back from 2-0 down. It's like United of old. But then again, that last 15 minutes, including injury time, we just sat back, and then it looked like Forest were the ones who had a man advantage. That's how bad it was. And how did we let it get to that state? Where is our mentality? Was it tiredness kicking in because there was so much injury time? Honestly, it's hard to judge and hard to say what it was. But again, you have to look at it and go, when we do get 1-0 up, we kind of just sit back and sink into our shells. We can't afford to do that. We should have just gone for Forest Phillips there today and gone 4-5. Under Ten Hag, we still haven't won by more. We haven't scored more than 4 goals in a game. There was a chance there today. We were miles on top with, like I said, 11 against 11. We went to 10 and we bottled it a little bit. And that was the bad. The ugly was the first 5 minutes, and the good was that 70 in between, because we were the better team. You can hear the fans singing right now in the background. The volume goes up, blazes out. It is a big moment for the football club right now, because when this transfer window shuts, I do feel like we are going to get some sort of verdict come through on this ownership. I really do. But I feel like right now, most importantly, we've got to get behind the team on the pitch, because I feel like today the fans were what actually got us over the line in that game. But thankfully we're walking off here, football matter wise, actually still relevant within this league, because we could have disappeared into the abyss today if we didn't win. There's because then we would have played Arsenal, and we easily could have gone. We could have easily gone to Arsenal and get a really bad result next week, and that would have been 3 points from the opening 12 of a disaster. We need to be better. We need to get better. We need to be braver. We need to take games, 2 teams, and play like United, like we did in that 70-minute spell. We've just got to get our heads in gear, and we just need to be able to have the confidence to go forward and play the way that we want to play under Ten Hag. He's trying, I can see it, but we've got that fear every single time. I don't know when that's going to go. Maybe when more players have moved on, but for now, 3-2 win, we're taking it. It could have been a lot worse. We're happy we got 3 points. We can watch match of the day. We can all go home happy. The setting is in full force. There must be 2,000 or 3,000 fans in the stadium right now, sat in here chanting the Glazers out for this sit-in. It's a great turnout, and obviously these fans deserve respect. They've sat in an extra 30 minutes already with this refereeing light now that's going on with injury time. And there we go. Glazers out, Manchester United.